Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the unsolved murder of Elizabeth Andes, a case that has puzzled investigators for decades. Elizabeth was a vibrant young woman, full of life and dreams, and her sudden death left a huge impact on her family and the community. As we explore her story, we'll uncover the layers of mystery that still haunt this case today. Did you know that Elizabeth Andes was found murdered in her own home, and her case remains unsolved to this day? That chilling fact is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the mystery surrounding her tragic death. Stick around, because the details of this case are more shocking than you might think. I've uncovered some mind-blowing details about the unsolved murder of Elizabeth Andes that will change everything you thought you knew. So, to wrap it all up, Elizabeth Andes' murder remains one of those haunting mysteries that refuse to fade away. We've explored the challenges of the investigation, the timeline of events, and the recent developments that could finally lead to answers. But the quest for justice is far from over. Elizabeth's family still seeks closure, and the community continues to remember her. It's a stark reminder of how important it is to keep these stories alive, not just for the victims, but for the families left behind. Now, let's dive into the details of the case. Elizabeth was last seen alive on December 28, 1978, in her home in Ohio. That night, she was supposed to be meeting with friends, but she never made it out. When her family couldn't reach her, they began to worry, and unfortunately, their fears were confirmed when her body was discovered the next day. The investigation kicked off immediately, but it quickly became apparent that things weren't going to be easy. Investigators combed through the timeline, interviewed friends and family, and even looked into Elizabeth's relationships, but they hit a wall time and time again. Over the years, various theories have emerged, from random acts of violence to someone close to her being involved, but nothing has led to a solid breakthrough. The community rallied around Elizabeth's family, but with no closure, the questions kept lingering. So, let's talk about the challenges investigators faced right from the start. One of the biggest issues was the sheer lack of evidence. Imagine a crime scene with no clear suspects, no witnesses, and almost no physical evidence to guide the investigation. That's exactly what authorities encountered when they arrived at Elizabeth's home. It was a nightmare for her family, who were left grappling with grief while also feeling frustrated and helpless. The community was rocked by the tragedy, and they too wanted answers. But without any leads, the case went cold, leaving everyone in a state of uncertainty and fear. Elizabeth's family has been fighting for justice ever since, but as the years pass, the hope of finding out who did this seems to fade. It's a heartbreaking situation that highlights how devastating and complex unsolved murders can be.